What's going on, everybody? Lauren with the TMF Podcast, and today I'm going to do a quick recap of Spce, Virgin Galactic stock. This morning, Virgin Galactic stock got excellent news for the company, which is FAA flight approval for commercial flights. Now, if you haven't followed Spce or Virgin Galactic, and you don't know what's happening or why the FOMO list on your phone just blew up with Virgin Galactic and Spce shooting up into the stratosphere today, it is Richard Branson's company that plans to take commercial flights of people basically just for fun up into low, I would call it low Earth orbit. Not really. He's going up to like the stratosphere, kind of. And so you'll get some anti-gravity feels, and they have been struggling very, very much to get a test flight that's successful with people on board. And they were able to do that about 2 months ago. And then today they got approval from the FAA that says that they could actually take people up there on a commercial basis. So to buy a ticket on the plane is pretty expensive. But they haven't flown anything yet with people in it. They have zero revenue. And so this stock trades a lot on hype and a lot on news. Now, if you rode this rocket ship up today and made some serious money, I saw call options going in the 100% to 1,000% range. And obviously, if you had call options that you bought, way 6 months ago or a year ago, they are probably looking ridiculous right now. And congratulations to that. If you have not followed this stock and you rode it up today, you didn't close your position, and you're hoping that Monday turns into some kind of event like GameStop or AMC because you're a meme stock player, let's talk about what actually happened today. This stock today traded pretty much solely on good news and FOMO. Definitely FOMO. The options chart went bananas. Tons of calls went in the money. Almost all of them. It went. Their options chain went to $60. So it hit $56. I mean, almost all the way in the money, which is insane. So it shot way up, it kind of consolidated a little bit, and then it bumped up again, and it came down, and now it's trading at, 1% up in the after hours. Now, what I am going to say is this stock does have great long-term potential. If they can get successful flights commercially, if they can continue to get people who want to pay the price to ride on this plane, if they can get contracts to use this company for other ventures outside of just, I got a lot of money, I'd like to go up there and feel some weightlessness and see the earth from up high. If they can do that, any of those things, honestly, then the stock has great potential long term for it to go up much higher than this. Outside of that, the stock's not super shorted. At one point, it was pretty decently shorted. I don't know that shorts are going to cover just based on this, but or what their position is. We don't know. I would not go in here like they do every single stock that gets a good run up and say, oh, it's a short squeeze, it's a gamma squeeze, it's some kind of hedge fund thing, it's market manipulation, blah, 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 like we do with the meme stocks. We're not going to go that route. What we are going to say is that I have watched Spce for probably 2 years. And when I look at the chart, it's not the first time it's done this, right? We can go back to when Spce started trading here, 2018, and we can ride this train over. And we can see the first spike up here back in 2020. This is February 2020, just over a year ago. And then it traded down and it sold off hard. Look, we hit $42 all the way down to $9. And then it started bull flagging back up and it consolidated sideways. And then it ran up again to 27. And then it came down, up, bull flagged up decently to 34. Came back down again into where we're at now. Now, this 34 run up, that's the news. Well, right here, back up a sec. They were supposed to do a test flight based on good news. Got postponed. They did a test flight. It went okay. Then they went back here and did the actual crewed test flight, which shot it up. And there's some good FOMO buying and stuff in there too. And then it sold off because they're still not generating revenue. So the company is making steps forward, but not generating revenue. And also at this time frame, I believe this, I can look it up, but I believe this is the same time where Richard Branson sold upwards of $150 million or $200 million of stock. I'm going to pause this. We'll pull that up. All right. So it was April. So it was actually this dump here. He sold a good bit in the $26 range, $150 million worth of Virgin Galactic stock. And then I don't know, in 1 year he's dumped 650 million of the stock, which is usually a sign that things aren't going so great. It's not that Virgin Galactic did a public offering and released stock. It's that the actual guy who started the thing and the CEO of it, the founder, was like, hey, by the way, I'd like my $650 million back. So there's that. Virgin Galactic remains the largest shareholder or Virgin Group remains the largest shareholder in Virgin Galactic with a 24% stake. This is as of April. So when I say that you need to be cautious, if you don't know this stock, is that every run up like this has a pullback. It's natural. I want to believe that it will go to 70, 80, or $100 Monday morning. I want to believe it. However, I bought a put because my core tells me that there's no way it sustained 40% run going into Monday. It has to come back some. Now look, I didn't go crazy and buy some put that says it's going back to $20, but 56, 57, 58 pull back down to probably, I could see it pulling back to 45. And here's the easy math. Here's the easy math of how far it would actually have to go. And this is a thing that I'm going to do a video actually talking about stock math. I think that's what I'm going to call it because it's easy. And I'm saying this because it's happened to me when I first started trading. I was dumb, didn't think about it, didn't think it through. And I see a lot of comments on WEBULL, Discord, YouTube videos. And so I think there's people out there who, no offense, are dumber than me when it comes to math. And I'm pretty good at math overall. But today, Virgin opened at, it opened at 47. When was yesterday's close? $40. Yesterday was 40. Virgin Galactic went up 38%. So we're going to multiply that times 1.38. That gives us our 55, 55.20. It was a little bit higher than that. 38, 7, whatever. Right? So it had to go up 38% to get to 55. Now, what if it gives up, let's just say 10% of that? That puts us at 49. Right? Because 10% of a higher number is going to be more than 10% of a lower number. If it was at 40 and it went up 10%, we'd be at $44. Since it's at 55 and it gives up 10%, we're now at 49, 49 and a half. And if it gives up 15% or go down even more, it doesn't have to give up 40%. But if it gives up 15 or 20% and you're holding shares, it's a good chunk of your money. So I want you guys to be careful on that. If you can't trade pre-market, and you're on like Cash App or something Monday morning, you might end up getting a little burned. This is just word to the wise. And if you like the stock and you want to stay in the stock and you think it's going to 100, more power to you. This video is not for you. If you don't know the stock, you FOMO'd in, you wrote it up, you made crazy gains, you saw an alert somewhere, you saw someone talk about it on TikTok or freaking Discord or YouTube or anywhere, or you saw a bum on the street who was like, hey, Spce. And you were like, yeah, Spce is a good idea. I'd like to go to Spce. And you open up your phone, you see Spce, you think the moons have aligned, we're going to Spce, you bought it, it went way up. I don't want you to get burned, right? So keep in mind, pullback is healthy. Healthy. This, not normal. Happens all the time with stocks, but also not normal to stay there. Very often does it not stay there. If you want to compare it to someone who is similar, like I know people are going to do, then you can look at AMC and you can go, okay, AMC on a daily, what does it do? It sells off. Now AMC is a different story. I will say that. But one that's not, you've got other companies that do this. Geo Group, sell off, big run, 40, 50% costs. And you can say, oh, they're heavily shorted. They're all shorted companies. These aren't going straight to friggin' Spce based on that. It's not like a microvision. This is moving on a different note. I'm not going to call Spce a meme stock. I know someone out there will. Sure, because it got a good run up And you can't just attach everything and call it a meme because Wall Street Bets said Spce at some point in the last decade. It's not fair. But word to the wise on Spce, it's probably going to get a pullback. It's going to be healthy. And you know what? This could be, if you're reading charts, you're a chart reader, I would say one of two things is going to happen here. This is going to go up and it's going to fill the gap, come back down, wherever that gap may be. 49, it could be here, could be 53. As you see this level, I'll draw a line across it. If you'd like to see a line, we'll draw a line. Could be here, 53. Could be here at 48. The gap fill could come down here, the pre-market 43. Could be there. The gap, worst case scenario, is $40 for anyone who is bullish. Best case scenario for anyone who's not bullish is $40. Let's be honest, it's the best case scenario. But based on the news, based on the stock, this isn't one where people are going to go, I'm holding it forever. I need you to understand that. The people who are holding it forever have been holding it far before it hit $40, far before it hit $34. They've been holding it since at least freaking back here and then the beginning of the year or last year or even maybe from the beginning, right? Keep in mind, those are your levels that you're going to look out for. So don't be alarmed like, oh my God, we're getting marked. No, it's not manipulated. This is general buying. This is general price action. And reading the chart, that is very possible. Now, second thing that could happen, I will say this, could happen, is we get a consolidated day where it actually sits right in this area, right? Let's just draw, let me delete these. So make this a little bit easier. We'll delete these just so we don't have them in our way. And if you missed it, you can go back and pause it. All right, then we're going to draw here. We could stay right here on Monday with obvious gaps, ups and downs, right? And that'll be a consolidation, which would be a positive note. And if you're carrying puts like myself, stays in here, we'd probably want to dump them. Probably want to go ahead and get out because it's not going to fall hard enough for us to really be worth a shit. And what we could end up happening is we start a new line from right here and we build an entire new chart because the stock is now in a new territory of which it hasn't been in a while. And I don't want to go back and compare it to anything else that it's done, even on the daily, because this is just different news moving forward. So I want you to keep that in mind. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the dinger if you want to be notified. I do go live pretty often. Leave me some comments with any questions. Good, bad, I don't care. If you like it, dislike it, let me know what you don't like about it. And I'm going to do some more, and then we'll see you guys on Monday and see how this plays out. Till then, good luck. Have a great weekend.